Good morning. I am Montaigne and I am your guest curator on Rage this morning. I have picked a bunch of awesome songs and music videos for you to watch and listen to today, featuring artists like Nina Geraci, Genesis Owusu, Julia Jacklin, Stella Donnelly, my friend David Byrne, close and personal friend. You'll hear more about that later. Please stick around, grab a tea, grab a coffee, whatever you like, and let's watch some great music videos. I've picked a lot of Australian artists for my guest curation because I'm in Australia and I'm Australian and I think I should and we should support Australian artists. So this first artist is Stella Donnelly with her song Lungs, and the reason why I've picked this is because I have been listening to this album so much. I really adore Stella's songwriting. I think she's probably personally one of my favorite and one of the best songwriters in Australia. And the music video is very much up my alley. So please enjoy. This next person I've selected and their video is Nina Geraci, and she actually taught me how to use Ableton. I went to Ableton Live School where she was a teacher. She was 18 and I was 21. And she taught me Ableton, and she's really good at it, evidently, because now, she's a rising star in the EDM world, both in Australia and globally, which is like so cool. And I also ended up putting a song out with her, so it was really cool to be able to connect with her then, and then many years later actually put music out together. But the song I'm going to play to you is called Petroleum, and probably my favorite song of the year it came out. I think it was 2022 or possibly 23. The song we did was also on that album. Or actually, it was a mixtape, Second Nature. And yeah, everything Nina does, I think, is really special. And this music video is very DIY and so Nina, and it's really awesome. This next song is Don't Need You by Genesis Owusu, which is one of my favorite songs of all time. I was so into this when it came out. I just think it is one of the catchiest pop songs ever. Like, I don't know if you'd describe that as pop, like that specific song as pop. I would, though, because it's so catchy and so singable. And yeah, I just think he's so special. Wonderful artist, really like an example of the way that Australia like punches above its weight, despite being so small and far away from everyone else and like such a small market and artist population. So this song is Don't Need You by Genesis Owusu. I have picked this next couple of artists because I had the great fortune of working with one of them, very special thing indeed, and it is David Byrne and St. Vincent. I just felt like I had to do a David Byrne song because it's just crazy that I am friends with him now. It's nuts, but I was introduced to him through this song. Like, I knew the Talking Heads, I guess before that in like an ambient way, hearing it out in the world and stuff, but I never really listened to their music intentionally. And then when I listened to Who by David Byrne and St. Vincent, I was like, whoa, this music is amazing. And the video for this song as well is really incredible. It's so up my alley. So yeah, this song is Who by David Byrne and St. Vincent. It's a banger, and please enjoy. This is another, I think, really underrated Australian artist. I think her following is bigger in America. Like, come on, Australia, what's happening? Why are we sleeping on this? It is Katie Day. She is like one of our best songwriters and producers. She has like, I think, a pretty unusual sound and like production style and like lyric writing and stuff. Like, I understand that it might not be like the mainstream's cup of tea, but surely the alt people out there gotta be jumping on Katie Day. This song is Dissolving. It's gorgeous. Her production is like so soulful in this like electronic way. It feels very neurotic, which I really appreciate because I'm neurotic. And yeah, I just think she's one of our best songwriters as well. Like, I just really want to highlight all of these Australian artists who just do incredible work and I guess just live in too small a pond to really have like that big amplified response. So yeah, this is Dissolving by Katie Day. Now this is a sexy song. This is Just the Thing by Paul McPhee, Peter Morris. And I saw this song on the TV with the music video when I was a very little kid. And it was honestly my queer awakening. Like, I think when I watched this music video, I was like, whoa, like girls can kiss each other and guys can kiss each other. Like, that was really a watershed moment for me as a young person. And also the song is just a banger. Like, Paul Mac knows what he's doing. So yeah, I really love this song still. I still think it is a huge hit. It's awesome. Like, I couldn't believe, I didn't know when I was a kid that was an Australian song. I was just like, wow, one of these great Hollywood products has come to our shores. And yet it is someone who I have now met and just see walking around the inner west of Sydney, which is like so cool. Like, it's so cool. Anyway, this song is Just a Thing, feat Peter Morris by Paul Mac. This next song is Light Years by The National. It is off an album called I'm Easy to Find, which is probably one of my most listened to albums of all time. It is incredibly devastating, the entire album, and I listen to it whenever I feel sad or upset or devastated or weird, and that's often crazy admission, but you know, I get sad. And I listen to this song and I listen to this album and it feels really warm and beautiful. Like, I think I listen to music a lot when I feel those emotions because it, like, the music almost like validates them and makes them feel meaningful and special. And that sort of helps with the negativity of it, you know what I mean? So I think this album's a really good one for that. And also they put out a short film with this album, I think starring Alicia Vikander. I can't remember. I think it's her, but gorgeous. Like, when I watched this film, I cried. I saw it at Golden Age Cinema in Sydney, and it's really beautiful. And there's a slightly modified version of all of the songs as well during that short film. But this music video should just deliver to you the pure and unadulterated version of Light Years by The National. And we'll give you little snippets from that short film, and you be the judge on how sad it makes you feel. Please enjoy. This next song is one of the songs I got to make with David Byrne. It's called Always Be You. I'm very lucky that I got to work on it with him. He's a very open collaborator. Like, I literally just emailed him cold and he emailed back and was like, I'm keen to do stuff, which is crazy, but he likes to do stuff, which I really respect about him. He's an artist who likes making art, you know. That's rarer than you think in the music industry sometimes. I think sometimes people get a bit carried away with like all of the other frills that come with being a music artist who get success, but he just loves art. Like, when I went to New York a couple of years ago, I got to hang out with him, but he also just kept emailing me being like, hey, I could get you a free art pass to this like art gallery and show that's happening right now. Like, I think he did that like a few different times, and he's tapped in, he's across the scene, and he wants people to be a part of it, which I really respect. But yeah, he for this music video, he just sent footage of himself from like his home, like on his bike and doing stuff, so that we could insert it into like the TV and into the rest of the clip, which is really cool. And the other really cool thing about this music video is that it was directed by Jacinth Lau and Nick Ward, who are also wonderful young Sydney creatives. And Nick now, you know, is signed to EMI and he's supporting Troye Sivan on tour, and he released his album last year, which is really cool. Everyone's, you know, working hard, and it's really cool that I could pair like this industry legend with these like really young Australian people together to make this video. Yeah, the only awkward thing about this one is my ex-partner's in it, and this is a song about how I thought we were going to be together forever. So you win some, you lose some. Please enjoy. This is Always Be You by Montaigne and David Byrne. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'm going to be back later tonight for the full thing. You'll have a look at everything that I've chosen and listened to, and I hope you enjoy it. I'll see you later. Good evening, I'm Montaigne, and tonight I'm going to be playing you some of my favourite songs and music videos from Australian artists and international artists, but many from Australian artists, which I am very proud of, and we should be proud of our Australian music. There's going to be stuff from Nina Geraci, from Julia Jacklin and Genesis Owusu. Amazing artists just like that. Please stick around and have a watch and have a listen and enjoy. This next song is called Seahorses by Odette, which I think is an incredible song. It came out at the end of 2024, but I feel like it came out in 2025 because it still feels so fresh. It is amazing. Her vocal is serving. The music video is like really cute and quirky. I genuinely believe that if this song came out in like 2010s era of indie pop and like came from America, it would be like a huge indie hit, and it's just like really flown under the radar here, which is absolutely nuts to me because it is like one of the best songs I've heard in the last couple of years. So yeah, I think you're gonna really like it. This is Seahorses by Odette. Hey guys, I'm Montaigne. Throw on your blanket, put on your socks, and let's watch some rage. This next artist is Lonely Speck, who actually just released new music for the first time in ages, so you should go check that out. There's a new song called Wishing. But this song and this video is called My Angel Goes Before Me. It's from an EP from a few years ago. Pretty like defining EP. Like I think a lot of people were trying to copy Lonely Speck's like guitar sound after they dropped this EP and sort of the style of it. It's really cool. But yeah, just like incredible producer, beautiful voice, like really thoughtful creator as well. They really like put a lot of consideration into the like philosophy, ideology, spirituality, like just all of the conceptualization of their music. And I feel like that's very evident when you hear it because it is just so unique and so themselves. It's really cool. So yeah, please pay attention to that when you listen to and watch the music video for My Angel Goes Before Me by Lonely Speck. Hey, I'm Montaigne and you're watching Rage. Hey guys, it's Montaigne popping back in. We're halfway through the show and we've got so much more to come, so please stick around. This song and video is by someone else I've collaborated with as well. It is Tom Cardy. A lot of people now know about my partnership with Tom Cardy because we had a song, Red Flags, go incredibly viral. Very strange, but very cool. This is not Red Flags, however, this is Mixed Messages. I've picked this one because it features the same characters in the video as in Red Flags because they are both animated by a beautiful visual artist named Glue Game Lady. She's so talented. People, I think, partly love Red Flags so much just because of these animated characters and their relationship. So please watch and enjoy. Andy Bull is one of the first people I met when I entered the music industry at like age 17. I was put in a writing session with him by my then publisher. And I was so intimidated because I really loved Andy Bull. Like, I loved Sea of Approval. I loved the song I'm Gonna Play You, Keep on Running so much. Like, I saw his concert at the Metro Theatre, I think, when I was like 17 or 18. And I think that was like the second concert by an Australian artist I'd ever been to. I think the first one was like Ballpark Music, which was also awesome and also at the Metro Theatre. But yeah, I was like so intimidated because, you know, I was a baby and he was an adult and I really looked up to him, and I remember we did this song, which was like really cool, and he's like a really rigorous artist as well. Like he really, he has a great sense of humor, but he also like takes the act of songwriting like very seriously. And so as a kid, I remember just feeling so like, oh, so this is like what it's like. And I felt like I couldn't live up to it, you know what I mean? Like I didn't feel like I was there yet. And so it's cool now to like be 12 years deep into my career and turning 30 this year, and I'm just like friends with Andy and we're like peers, and you know, we've both put out a lot of music that we're both proud of and that we are fans of for each other, which is really, really cool. So yeah, this song is like just so good. Again, just like a really good pop song. And it's called Keep on Running by Andy Bull. I really love this next song. It is called Pressure to Party, and it is by Australia's sweetheart, Julia Jacklin. Again, one of our best songwriters, and this song really resonates with me. Definitely resonated with me when I was single and like, you know, listening to it, and also just being an introvert. Like this song, I think, is about the aftermath of a breakup and being single again for the first time after being in a partnership with someone for a long time and forming this like joined identity that is very hard to extricate yourself from. It takes a lot of time to do that, many of us would know. But this song so well encapsulates like the tension of like feeling like you need to start moving on, but like just still being so caught up in the loss and the breakup and the, you know, I guess not wasted time. Like I personally wouldn't call any relationship of the past like wasted time, but you know, sometimes it can feel like that. There are many confusing, swirling feelings that happen around breakups, and I think Julie's really great at encapsulating the exact like frustration and exasperation of all these expectations for how to move on from something so like traumatizing. So yeah, this song is Pressure to Party by Julia Jacklin. I've had to retake this one because I noticed, or I commented that Big Scary Song Leaving Home, which is this next song, came out in 2011. I said that was 11 years ago, forgetting that it is not in fact 2022 and it's 2025 now. So that was actually 14 years ago. But this song is so beautiful. I think Big Scary are national treasures. They're one of our best. This song is very romantic, I think, and Tommy Yensek's voice is very soulful. I had a big crush on him when I was younger because of that nature of Big Scary's music. And yeah, it's just a really good song. Now let us all go back to 14 years ago with correct maths, to 2011's Leaving Home by Big Scary. I discovered this next song when I was a teenager. I adored it. I still adore it. I still think it's a hit. And it's called Contact High by Architecture in Helsinki. Another wonderful Australian product band. I should call them a band. Yeah, this song, I love this song because it's like sexy, but in a Talking Heads way, I think. I once said to David Byrne, like directly to him, that I thought that like the music lacked sexuality, and that like it was dancing but not necessarily like in a sensual way, right? Like that's how the music felt. And I think he took it on like a champ. I think he took it on board well. And I wasn't trying to say he lacks like sexuality or like whatever, but I was just trying to convey that like I felt seen through the music, because I think like when I make danceable music, it comes from a really neurotic place. It comes from a place of like wanting to move, but in a way that is more about like almost self-actualization and not about like, I guess, doing like a mating call, you know what I mean? And I really appreciate that about that kind of music. And I think this is one of those songs as well. It's like really bouncy. I love all of the like synth choices. They're all really like solid and grounded and like, yeah, just cool. And I don't know, there's just something about the song as well where I'm like the music video is very sensual. It is. There's a lot of that happening in the video. So like, I don't know why in my mind, I think it's like more of a neurotic guy song, but to me it is, while also being, I guess, a bit sexy as well because of the subject matter of the song. So yeah, anyway, you interpret it how you want to. This is Contact High by Architecture in Helsinki. I hope you enjoyed my curation just now. We are now going to take a turn to the Montaigne catalogue, and I'm going to show you some of my songs and videos. Here we go. Hey guys, I'm Montaigne. I cut my teeth doing Rage in the little tiny little bitty form many, many, many years ago, and I'm now back with my big boy boots on to do the full Rage, and I can't wait to show you what I've picked. Stick around. This next song is one of mine. It was called Ready, and I really like the music video for it because it was produced in order to honor like the efforts of student activists, part of the climate movement, back before the pandemic happened and the big school strike for climate movements were happening. yeah, we just got a bunch of high school students who volunteered involved to run around school with me, and we got Fergus, who you will see at the beginning of the video, to deliver a slam poem that he wrote himself that I asked him to write for the music video. He was really young back then. Like, he's got to be in his mid-20s now or early 20s now, but like back then he was very young and he wrote a beautiful poem, and I feel really grateful that I got to tap into these kids' like talent and passion to try and save the world and save the climate and be engaged citizens. So yeah, it was a really cool video to do, and I'm very proud of it. So yeah, please enjoy. This next song is my new song, one of my new songs. It's called It's All About the Money, and it's all about how capitalism, I think, convinces some people that the greatest value in life is money and wealth, and that has really turned some people in my life into pretty nasty people sometimes, because, you know, if I make decisions that aren't necessarily in favor of capital, they think I'm an imbecile, and I'm like, I don't think I'm an imbecile. I think I have lots of friends who love me, so that's pretty good. This music video features me as a fish person. I shot these a few months ago with Outro, who's an young Australian production company, and they did a wonderful job. Isaac Hay also features as the late night host in this video. He's a wonderful alt comedian based in Melbourne. Had a beautiful show with Frankie McNair recently. That was insane, but they are all very talented and funny. But yeah, it was a great pleasure to like be able to work with all these people in this video and just make something really silly and really tragic. You watch the video and you'll feel for the fish Montaigne, I think, because it's a bit sad, honestly, what happens. And, you know, it is in some ways an analogy for being queer in this world, you know, and just being different, which I think, especially in 2025, is increasingly noticeable and very touchy. And a lot of people are very afraid, and they should not be. They should feel safe, and they should feel loved, and they should feel protected by the states that represent them. So I want to reinforce that just now, and otherwise, please enjoy this music video. This next song is one of my songs. It is called Best Case Scenario. It is probably my favorite song on my album, It's Hard to Be a Fish, which came out June 19. And it is a song about how if we truly do ruin the earth and destroy ourselves, nature is going to be okay, which gives me heart, I think. You know, I don't want humanity to turn to a level of violence and destruction that like annihilates itself. I would like to avoid that, and I will continue to do everything in my power to try to help the world not turn to that much as I can. But I think it is a comforting thought that, like, you know, nature is very resilient, and if we do mess things up, like, the crust is just going to turn over and just start again, you know what I mean? Like, the weeds and the vines and all the things that, like, pop up through the cracks of the concrete that we build, they always find a way. So that feels really nice to me. And then I guess, like, the end as well, there's, like, a second half to the song, which is sort of, I guess, like, a message to my parents, which is like basically like, I love you, but like I can't hang around. Like I'm not, you know, I'm gonna be around, but like maybe we're not gonna see each other that much. Which is a whole story, and it's a story I tell in my album, and you can investigate more about that story through like my socials in that album if you are intrigued. But otherwise, this song is called Best Case Scenario, featuring me as Fish Person once again. Please enjoy.